wins, but I don't know if I like it.
I mean, I love Yorick as a champion. I always have. Goalie Wall, greatest ability name of all time. It doesn't fill me with joy. We just watched a perfect game occur, almost. The Yorick in that game was able to take 2 turrets, which were the only things that stopped the perfect game from existing. Still, it didn't look great. The Nautilus is going to be the last remaining engaged support that could actually come out.
Is he so bold to play Aphelios here?
Oh my goodness.
No.
I mean, it has to be, it's got to be Zeri,
Zeri
right?
or Aphelios, right? Like, no, that's not the one.
Okay, Lucian, I mean, it feels a lot more like a Gumayusi champ.
Yes.
It does offer you a fair bit of poke there as well, but it's a lot of dashy and a lot of Talia as an answer.
Yeah, the dashes are really good at getting away from some of the other problem CCs here, but the Talia is going to be an issue. And also, when you dash away from Wukong's ultimate, he kind of just follows you and doesn't care and gets on top of you. And if you're running away the whole time with this champ that doesn't necessarily do the same sort of sustained damage, you can have a lot of problems in team fights later on because you're just not able to actually do said damage.
Already, Gumayusi really good at getting maximum damage out of it. Let's dive onto the rift for game number 3. Ooh, T1 fans here at Lowell Park have found their voices, ladies and gentlemen, as Polo not going to be walking into that devastating smash. As Hype is also closing in, spots the 3 of them moving over, and I think if T1 had waited there, they could have just killed one of them.
Or at least got a flash.
Yeah, but not wanting to risk it just in case the rest of Bro were in the area. In the mid lane, yeah, this guy's pretty good at the Viego.
He's pretty good at a lot.
Whoa, there's the flash in. We saw Chovy do this yesterday. It's a decent seismic shove, but the flash is already down on Closer. And Faker looking to try and get out of there, but Ona's just going to grab the kill. That is a lot of damage from the turret, but Humbug, I don't think he's quite going to be able to lock down this Viego. They at least do trade even on flashes. That is a kill going over to T1 there in the mid lane.
Yeah, Faker's fine with it.
Yep, also puts a ward down on top of the sweeper that Polo already had at the ready. Still does give some additional information over to T1 about where Polo is. Great buffer of the Justice Punch. Faker's still going to take a fair bit of damage. They're still buying some time though, as Ona still on this. They have full information. There is a control ward in the back of this pit. Now Humbug looking to make his way in. No flash, remember, as the Weaver's Wall comes down, as that is just a steal, and Ona is just going to get wiped out. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, a little greedy
as
there.
Now Doran's in trouble as well. The Maiden. Is she going to be able to take him down? That's the question. Look at Morgan taking care of his Maiden. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
Yeah, a fair Maiden.
Yes, indeed.
One that is fair and just as well and lets Doran live. Doran doesn't have to flash, but those lose a lot of control there. But you didn't have Prio in mid or in bot to hold that dragon. So Ona was just saying, like, maybe they're a little bit too slow. Maybe I can greed for this. But the Weaver's Wall allows Closer to get there so fast that it was a very risky call, and he is punished for it.
Oh, Humbug was thinking about trying to grab some shellfish here, but he's going to be denied. Able to use that Warrior Tricks to get over the wall.
He got it.
Comes in, and he will be able to steal this away.
If he got it, he would have gotten 6. So super frustrated with that. This is going to try to go get it off the Gromp now and then come over. But there's a window of time here now for T1 to take these grubs before he hits 6. Yeah, so really nice deny there by T1. That was pretty pivotal to actually secure that.
It's kind of ridiculous.
And you don't have it to do anything after that either. And then Closer just keeps pelting you. Closer didn't get the cannon, but he's happy, I think, with the result. Faker does not have teleport, so we'll have to back here, and that's going to be some farm that has to be picked up from Guma, which means it's a free lane for Hype in the bottom side of the map. Keria?
Going to connect here as Keria is going to find the flash, pushing Closer over. He's just going to flash his way out there. It's a great Cyclone here from Humbug, but no Heartbreaker available because Ona is just dead, and now it's Keria's turn to fall down. The seismic shove is flash. Gumayusi takes down the Talia, and now he's on the offensive. Oh, the taunt not quite able to work there as Hype finds the Make It Rain, and Faker is now in the wrong spot. Even the Morning Mist to grab a bit of an assist for Morgan. That was an unintentional rhyme, but we love to see it. The Bros now just going to augment there. The Bros just had a better answer. And I love, like, the Cyclone did so much work. You can see Humbug now sitting at 3-0-2 on this Wukong.
And the call hasn't cashed out yet. That's going to happen soon. And the misfortune is, with that extra kill, not anywhere near as far behind as she was before.
It's still about 20 CS, but you're right. As soon as that Cull Cash is in, it's going to mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and...
3-3 in these grubs.
Yeah, this is...
And Wolf, that's feats of strength for Bro for the first time.
Yep, they got it. They have a 2 Drake lead for another Infernal Soul in this game. T1 are going to have to really figure out how they're going to fight here. And it's not it's not that Lucian doesn't scale in terms of damage, and the oomph that you don't have with a pick like this or the Aphelios is over here. Morgan.
The Ghoulie Wall is just going to block out Doran completely, and now Morgan just trying to turn the fight onto Ona. And the hook going to come down to the mid lane as well. We are fighting everywhere. The Weaver's Wall brings Closer in as the culling going to be interrupted. Does nothing. Seismic Shove pushes Guma back, but he's offering so much damage. Another double tap, and it was almost an anchor to the noggin, but instead, the bullet takes him down.
Guma caught here in the mid lane, in the play, and I mean, Doran's attempt to look for something there with Owner is blocked by the Ghoulie Wall. Owner's forced to use his Heartbreaker. He doesn't have Flash in that situation. They're losing there. They're losing mid. But yeah, and Bro has been that trap game as well for many teams.
Oh yeah.
Genji, D+ in the past. That's why they have the nickname Kingslayer.
Well, there's an almost point-blank Weaver's Wall as the Seismic Shove just going to push him over the rocks. And he does get a taunt. Faker able to flash his way out, but Polu turns up and just takes out the Gargoyle.
That's a 3rd death here for Faker on this Galio, and he flashed as well. Man, this is starting to just be, we're getting close to the insurmountable lead level here for Bro. And remember, the Cole cashed in. It's a 2nd kill for Hype he picked up. He has the lead now as well, and Carry is in no man's land.
Yeah, well, he's looking for an angle. Depth charge onto Gumayushi. His owner now having to get out of this bullet time. He goes back in because the hook lands once again, and Polu just turns and takes down Owner. Now Gumayushi having to deal with Morgan, but the Ghoulie Wall traps him in. He has a dash and a flash. He's able to get himself out. The Morgan says, no, you are going down. The Ghoulies are gonna get him.
Guma got ghoulied.
Oh no, there's no worse way to go.
Owner lost his flash, trying to get out there, then decided to Heartbreaker back in because he's like, well, I'm definitely going to die, but maybe I can get it.
He definitely enjoys playing some Yara, because this guy, he made his career. We were talking about his time on Humble Life Esports, where they somehow made it to the top 8 at Worlds after being a 7th place team or something like that in the LCK. Of course, DRX then did it better, but this was the year before. But he was playing Camille, going like 0-3. He's 1-0-1 in this game, but going like 0-3 and then still winning the game by playing split push better. And he's doing it once again here on the Yorick.
Died, I guess, in replay, or no, forced to flash, I guess. And then they got the turret on the top side. So T1 did get that back. It's still a big gold lead here for Bro. I mean, they're going to get this turret here, and the Herald may not even necessarily need this charge for it, but they will use it just the same. I think they get a second, whichever way you slice it, as Doran's looking for a flank.
Oh, this just in, by the way. If the Bros do win this, we will actually have a call set up with Dagon as a hook. Going to connect it. There's the double knock up, the double shove as well. And Oda cannot do anything at all. Look at the position here from Polu as he's not even going down on these front lines as Morgan gets into the thick of things. Faker is going to get taken out. Another shove is going to connect as the health bars are low, but the Bros don't care. Doran able to get out of there with Gumayushi, but the rest of them are on the floor, and it's only President Polu. Not quite there yet.
Might not happen if the game state continues to be this way. Hambach's so difficult to punish here. Owner has his flash and ult back up, but not going to be able to go in on this one. Too risky for Guma to dash through to try to punish. Hambach going in though.
Yeah, speaking of dashing through, Doran is going to be the one engaged on another seismic shove going to connect this time. Carrier going to deliver a gargoyle to this fight. No knockups to come in though, and the bullet time doing a lot of work. Carrier going to have to flash away. Hambach going to get knocked up though. Now it could be the turnaround as Hambach going to get taken down. Gumayushi getting that kill is actually so huge as well, but he's now trapped in the Ghoulie Wall. And Ona looking for an opportunity. Seismic shove going to get heartbreaked. And bro, they do lose their jungler. They don't lose anyone else. However, T1, they keep everyone alive.
I mean, there's no jungler for this Infernal Soul, so T1 are interested in committing to this. Doran goes back, TP's back in at full health. They don't have vision, but they have the numbers advantage, and they think that's going to be enough.
Guma's very far behind. However, they don't spot him as he moves over. Hype going to be able to clear out some vision.
I don't think Bro should commit to this. They don't have ult on Misfortune. There's not a whole lot of damage here.
I mean, you don't have to go for this fight. Absolutely.
Just back away, Bro. There is absolutely no reason to toss this in.
And that is going to be, in fact, bounty gold going over to T1 here.
Morgan has TP and has control of that top wave. Dragon spawns in 15. So scary to walk in without vision for T1 into this Taliyah composition. They know where Taliyah is now, but once she rejoins, they will not.
Yeah. And remember as well, this is with Ruinous Archon as well. So these 3 Drakes going to be augmented further with some extra infernalness. Hook going to connect onto Doran, but immediately Polu backs away. I think this is really smart. You don't want to engage onto a Scion.
Yeah, do not overcommit your cooldowns on that champion.
He's just pressing that Q button as many times as he can.
T1 have to come in and check. They have to come in. Doran's going to be the guy who comes over and checks. Dragon has not been started yet.
Yeah. Oh, back to come in from Faker. He's got teleport available. There's the flash pole as Polu now looking to lock down Owner. Hype moving on over though. He's got a great position as Gumayushi with the culling, but they just take down the Viego and Guma is below half health. Hype flashes for it. Guma's able to get out, but he's not doing any damage, and I say it and it's a lie. It's Morgan that takes him down, and now Doran and Faker against the world, and the world, ladies and gentlemen, is Bro.
And they're just going to walk down mid and end it. Who needs an Infernal Soul? Closer says, get off that Dragon Humbug. I don't need it.
Well, he's not able to wall Doran in, but I don't think this Scion is going to be able to stop. Never mind. That Scion can stop him. He just flashes on top of him.
That's actually kind of significant.
And he dies.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to defend even so, but that's a lot of damage gone. And
yeah, I don't think they win here. Yeah, I don't think they win here.
They're just going to pull back here and start the Dragon.
And what I want to talk about is the most important thing here for Bro, as Closer is just going to get picked off and destroyed. That is called a Fnatic Rush, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this one before, and T1 are able to take down a very pivotal part of the Bros, so no Baron to be taken here.
I think Bro need to make a very decisive call here as to what they're going to do. Keria is unseen. I think Bro might actually just have to back out of here.
Well, they're just going to start the Baron. They have full information through the Bros. As there's the hook, bullet time going to come on through. It does so much damage, but now Keria finds the backline. It's another headbutt onto Hype as they just take out the bottom lane. T1, they're really good at setting up for Barons. That has not changed, and they are going to be able to take this purple worm off the map.
I mean, T1 just straight up hide on bush. Kill Closer, go to Baron, and Bro, do not track Keria. That's a play from Keria there where if you're not aware where the Alistar is, you probably shouldn't try to channel like that. You probably shouldn't try to look for that freebie. Like, oh, they're all in the Baron pit. I'll just set up this cone. Because if Keria shuts you down and dumps you into 5 T1 players, you're not going to have a good time. T1 now completely in control of the map here. There's so much standing gold you mentioned, plus bounties here.
Yeah, see, the Bro hump, which was the gold graph, is going to take a little bit of a turn south here for T1, who continue to take down these turrets. 3,000 gold on the Red Bull Baron power play.
Well, Bro do have really good wave clear, and they have Infernal Soul, and they have Otacon Infernal Soul. So, you know, this is not going to be T1 just getting Baron and then getting a freebie win in terms of getting all these standing gold on the map. They got some of it.
Elder in 3 minutes.
Yeah, they got some of it. Elder's in 3. The question is who can control vision before that Elder spawns. Things would look so different if Closer hadn't died to Doran's flash and they got the inhibitor. You know, maybe they could have gotten more, but if they got the inhibitor at least, you know, this game would look so different. A hero play, all these small dominoes keeping T1 in this game.
A few kills here on this Viego to stay relevant in this game.
Closer,
items.
I was just gonna say Closer is the guy right now.
Oh yeah,
for Bro. Like he does so much damage with the Infernal Soul. He cannot be caught. He cannot be picked again, and they also have so many different ways they can set up the bullet time, right, Allison? That's how these fights are going to explode T1, but they need to be so careful. Like, right now, pushing up this far when you don't know where anyone is scary!
Well, the flash out from the headbutt pole as the train comes through. It's blocked by Polo as this time Hype's position is pretty good. Knock up onto a clone, though, and now the re-engage for the Bros. Seismic Shove goes wide, but Doran's health bar is getting destroyed. And now Morgan looking to put up a ghoulie wall to stop T1's advance. Closer finds another Seismic Shove. Here are the knockup, Cyclone onto 3. Faker goes golden, but that's another follow-up on the CC. Doran staying alive, but it's the Viego starting to get some resets, and Faker looks for some knockups. The bullet time is gorgeous from Hype, and the Bros, I think, have done it. Man, Hype was so patient, held it for the pristine moment, and it's only the GOAT left alive, and I think the only pleasure he'll have is watching his Nexus explode.
Yeah, the GOAT may bleed, but I don't think he can stop this push. Hype coming in, level 18, 4 items on the Misfortune. A late ultimate, but the one he was looking for, and T1 will finally fall in a grueling 3-game series.
First it was BNK, now it is the Bros that have taken down T1. Nexus turret's falling, nothing Faker can do to stop the eventuality of the Bro win. And they do it. I think